Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, Mikey, afternoon. Give me 2 seconds. I just wait. Well, it's 2 minutes into, so I soon come.
Okay, no problem.
All right. So I would have given you enough time to get together and get ready. Um, I have projected a question on the screen. Is there anybody that is confused about what to do? Hello,
No,
somebody?
sir.
Standard deviation, sir.
No, man, no,
That
hold on. No. Don't worry about the standard deviation yet. We have not yet done that. We have not yet done the standard deviation, so we're going to skip out that one. But the mean
okay.
of the days and the modal time is what we're going to be focusing on. The standard deviation, yeah, we don't do that yet. We don't do variance yet, so we have to do the variance first, and then we can do the standard deviation thereafter. But I want you to remember we're taking these things in stages, you know. So I want you to do 1 and 3 for me. I hope you started.
Sir, good evening. It's the same like what we did.
Yes, last class. Yes, yes. So get a start for me, please. I will work through with you, but just get a start. I want you to start it now, and let me see how well. If you have to look back, not a problem. All
Okay,
right, thanks.
sir.
Good. Always stay.
Good so far.
Good job. Paz, how we stay? Let's see who else in the Asia.
Sir, still I try work it out.
Oh yes, did you get the notes the last time, Paz? We did a
No,
question.
not from last class, sir.
Oh, yeah, we did a question. Did you check the recording though, Paz?
Oh, you posted it on Edicosa?
No, man. The recordings are in my YouTube channel. It's on the
Oh,
channel.
YouTube. Oh no, I
Sir.
didn't see it, sir.
Sir, I'll know you're not share the YouTube link.
Don't say that. You serious?
Yeah, from
Yeah, because
geology.
I didn't know that it was on YouTube. I didn't know. I thought it was Edicosa.
No,
Yeah.
man. All the recordings. Oh, crap.
I know I saw you sent a message saying that you were going to share last week's recording, but I didn't know that it was on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Hold on there. Hold on there, cause this is hold on a minute, please. All right. Check now for me, please. It really wasn't there. But I have been putting the recordings up, so you can go ahead and look at it. So pause, yes. You can go ahead and look at the recordings that not the recordings, in particular the question that we did last class. All right. How much more
Sir,
time we need
what
for
was
this?
the link?
It's in the description of the WhatsApp group. So look in the description and you'll see it. There's so Dan, you finished the stuff yet? You finish it?
Still working out, sir. Soon.
All right. Asia is here, by the way. Asia, how you stay?
Asia, drop off a little bit.
Oh no. What's this here? Because Venica, how you stay? Venica never did stay with the whole last class. You had dropped off Venica last class, right? Venica
Yes,
never-
sir. I driving. Wait. Yes, sir. I
Alright.
did get bumped off.
Okay, all right. Put your eyes back on the road, please. Carla,
Yes, sir.
how you stay?
Well, sir, it seems like there's a question on match me up. Let me try again.
Please do. Remember, we have not yet been introduced to variation and standard deviation, so we're not going to focus on that yet. Next class, hopefully, we can do that, and then we can come back to this question. We just want to look at the mean. Matter of fact, what I would do, yeah, it's all right. Let us just stick to what is here. The mean number of days and the modal time. We can deal with those 7 marks for now. Sometime later, I will complicate it and ask it for the median time. And then we'll also ask for the standard deviation. And then also, well, you'll have to calculate the variance and then you go ahead and do the standard deviation. All right. Shall I give you 5 more minutes and then we start working? That's okay?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I got for one 13.68 and for the second 25.5.
13.68 for what? For
The
part
mean
one?
for part one, the mean days.
The mean hold on. Say it again, Mikey. What you got for the mean number of days?
13.68.
All right, very good. Proud of you. Easy
And,
one too.
and for
How
the
much? How much is that?
13.68 and for the modal time 25.5.
25.5.
Yes, sure.
What is the width of the group? What's the group width?
3.
What is the value of L?
13.5. And F is 7.
No. Why use the upper? Why use the upper? Didn't we always say that is the lower one we use?
No, sir, at the lower one, because remember, when you calculate n plus 2, you get 7.3.
N plus 2 or N plus 1?
N plus 1, sorry. N plus 1, you get 7.34. And 7 would be the closest one to 7.34.
No. Because 7 is lower than 7.34. So you have to go to the other group.
Also, you use 9 instead.
Yes.
Oh, all right. I can do the
Because
substitution.
and that's a good point to start. You got the n plus 1 is 7, 3, 10, 20, 25.
Yeah.
So we have 26 divided by 2, which is 30.
Yeah.
So it has to be the 9.
Just the 9. Okay. All right.
But it has to be the 9.
Okay. All right. We can do that a quick changer.
Yeah, man. Everybody understand what it is that he just said?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right, let me just hear what his answer is. Michael, are you able to write? I mean, can you write it on the screen?
I don't know how to do that.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
All right, I give you a couple of minutes, Michael, to do that, to make the correction there, and then I come in.
Sir, is it 16.5?
I'm checking. Hold on. Hold on. 16.5. Hold on.
Whatever that, the upper bill above that, so that is 3 minus that. Cancel that. 9 minus 7. 2 times that, 6 plus 10.5, 16.5.
Give me what it is that you have in, as a formula.
My formula is, actually it's 10.5
Mm-hmm.
plus 9 minus 3 over, in bracket, 9 minus 3 plus 9 minus 7, close bracket, times 3.
Yeah, that's correct, Papa. But I'm not getting, maybe something is wrong with mine. All right, so 9 minus 3 is going to be 6.
Yeah,
And 9 minus 2, 9 minus 7 is 2. 6 and 2 is 8. So we have 6 over 8 times 3. 3 6 are 18. What is 18 divided by 8? Eighteen divided by 8 is
2.2.
plus 10.5.
Oh, I see.
And that will be the answer.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
All right, good job. All right. The rest of you, the rest of you, how you feel? You're lost,
Sir, I'm lost.
you're lost.
No, I don't think I understand.
All right. All right, Mikey, very good. If you remember what it is that you need to do here, Mikey, all the time, you should be good to go. This is the level of work that I want from you all. Let me just go through this question quickly. Um, I'm trying to let me go and see if I can split my screen. I want to. Are you still seeing the screen?
Seeing a smaller screen, yeah.
You're seeing a smaller screen. All right. So what I may have to do is to share the whole. I have to share the whole stuff so that you can see the other part of it.
Sorry, and if you even cancel out the 6, the 3 into 3 divided by 2, we'll still give you the 2.5. The
2.25.
2.25, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to. Okay, I'm trying to get my screen up. So I need to. I'm trying to. So I need to just share the whole screen so that you can see both of them at the same time. Um, all right, you seen both things now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to attempt to all right, so insert. Let me just try doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Insert table. Number of columns. 1, 2, 3, call it 4 columns. All right, make that 5 columns. And do 6 rows. All right. So what I'm gonna have here now is going to be my group. Agree?
Agree.
5 to 7, 8 to 10, 11 to 13, 14 to 16, 17 to 19.
And one more,
And
2 more row.
I'm gonna need 2 more rows. Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh, come on. All right, you know what? I'm not gonna fight with this computer tonight. I'm not fighting with it at all. So you know what? It is easier for me to just erase these and go again. 14 to 16, 17 to 19, 20 to 22. All right. And then now this is going to be my frequency. 5 to 7 is 1, 8 to 10 is 3, 11 to 13 is 9, then 7, then 3, then 2, and then the sum is going to be 9 and 1, 10 and 25.
25, yeah.
Right? And then now I'm going to have the midpoint. 5 plus 7 is 12. Midpoint is 6.
6,
8
9,
and that's 9.
12,
12.
15, 18,
Yeah.
and 21.
Yeah.
A midpoint thing there really, no?
Yeah, man. Excellent. And then now I'm going to have, and my midpoint is going to be X, don't? And my
Yes, sir.
frequency is F. And then
Yeah.
I have F times X, don't?
Yes, sir.
616, 3927.
27,
12
108,
times 108,
105,
105.
54, and 42.
And then when I sum this, what do I get?
342.
342. All right, let me pause here. Let me pause. Everybody understand what I just did a while ago?
I don't understand the frequency part.
All right, let us look at this side. This is my frequency. Frequency, when you hear me say frequency, pause, what do you think, what do you understand by frequency?
Like how often?
All right, good. So the group, so within the 5 to 7 group, it appears, the frequency is just one, it's only one time it appears. The 8 to 10 group, I have 3 times it appearing. The group 11 to 13 appears 9 times. So it means that I could have 11, I could have 12, I could have 13, I could have another 13, I could have another 11, I could have another 12, but these numbers appear 9 times between the 11 and the 13 range. 14 to 17 appeared 7 times, 17 and 19 appears 3 times, and 20 to 22 appears 2 times. So this is the frequency, the number of times it appears, and this is my group. So this is going to be my group data and not my raw data. Follow me there, so no?
Following, yes, sir.
All right, good. So that's how I get the frequency here. So the frequency, and then now I need to calculate the midpoint. The midpoint is going to be, hold on, please. The midpoint is going to be the midpoint of the group. So what James just did a while ago is to say 5 plus 7 is 12 divided by 2, 6. 8 plus 10 is 18 divided by 2, 9. 11 plus 13 is going to be 24 divided by 2, 12. 16 plus 14 is 30 divided by 2, 15. 17 plus 19 is going to be 36 divided by 2, 18. 22 plus 20 is going to be 42 divided by 2, 21. So you see the midpoint is pretty easy. You add up the lower bound and the upper bound.
Yes, sir, I see that.
And divide it by 2. That's how you calculate the midpoint. All right? And the midpoint is going to be noted by X. And the frequency is denoted by F. And then now I'm going to find, so look at what Fx is saying. Let me tell you what Fx is saying. The midpoint, I'm saying to you, the midpoint is going to be used as the value that is occurring within the group 5 to 7. The 8 to 10 group, when I find the midpoint, that's the value that I'm selecting to use to represent this group. So if the value is 6, but I have only one of the 6, I'm going to multiply 1 times 6. If my value is 9, and then 9 occurring 3 times, I'm going to say 9 times 3 is 27. If my value is 12, but it occurs 9 times, the frequency is the number of times it occurs. So it's a number of times occurring, right? But what I'm using is the midpoint. The midpoint is the value that I'm selecting to use to represent my value. Am I clear right there?
Sir, what you said about what you said the last part?
The midpoint is going to be the chosen value from the group that will be used to multiply by the frequency.
Yes, sir.
So look at it. I have a value 5 to 7. I have a value 5 to 7. I cannot tell you that my frequency is 1. So I have one value that lies between 5 and 7. That number could be 5, it could be 6, or it could be 7. I don't know which is it. But the value that I choose to use is going to be the midpoint. So when I find the midpoint of that group, I'm going to get 6. Now, as far as I know, 6 is the number that I'm using. But sir, the actual number is 7, no problem. It will round off itself. Because what it is that we're doing now is really the estimated mean. We're estimating the mean. All right? So when I multiply now the frequency, the number of times it's occurring by the midpoint is going to be the chosen value used. this is what I'm going to get, f times x. When I sum f times x, I get 342, but I know my total number is 25. So the mean, which is denoted x bar, is going to be the sum of terms, which is 342, divided by the number of terms, which is 25. And 342 divided by 25 equals
13.68.
13.68. And you get 3 marks for that. You get 3 marks for that. Because the frequency is given, I may have given 4 marks though. Because the frequency is given, I would give, say, a 1 mark for that. A 1 mark to get that. Well, maybe what them do is give the mark 1 mark here. And I would have given a mark here. So I would have given 4 marks. But clearly, what they would have done is to give 1 mark for the table, 1 mark for the, or maybe they give 1 mark for that. They would have given you 1 mark, 1 mark to, 1 mark to calculate the sum, 342, 1 mark to get the total frequency, and to divide it correctly, get 1 mark. So right there and then you'd have gotten your 3 marks. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Paz, how you feel
Yes.
about this now?
Better, sir.
Asia, how you feel?
Asia, she had to
Oh, she's
run.
not here. Okay. Dan, how you feel?
Yes, sir. I understand that part.
You understand it now?
That part, I did understand it before.
Okay. All right, good. Alicia.
Sir, I noticed that for the f times x, sir, the formula to get like the 6 to 27 and below, sir, what was the formula for that one?
1 times 6 is equals to 6.
Mm-hmm.
3 times 9 is equals to 27.
Okay.
9 times 12 is equals to 108. So what I'm doing, I'm multiplying those two to give me that. 2 times 21 is equals to 42.
Understand now, sir. Thanks.
Cool. Venika is still driving? I guess yes. Let me ask the question one more time. I want to make sure that I know you guys are feeling comfortable with this so far, calculating the mean?
Yes, sir.
One of them questions are going to dip on the paper. And if it not dip on the final exam paper, they're going to dip on my mid-semester. Oh, and I was supposed to do something with you, I was supposed to do something with you. I just went into doing the question without even reading the scenario. So a group of 25 trainees was taken on a field trip, following which they were required to submit a brief report based on their experiences. You have to read the scenario so that you can know what is going to be required of you to answer the last part, especially when come next week when we do.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
the recording, it's on YouTube.
Yes, please.
Sir, what will I type in?
Can you look at the description for me, please? In the WhatsApp group?
In
The WhatsApp. Okay, sir.
click on it, and then it will take you directly to my YouTube channel. All you need to do is just look through for environmental statistics. MATH3502. They are all labeled. So when you go into the channel, you see many other things.
Okay, sir, as soon as I stop.
All right. No. Right. So you will need to know the scenario, because the scenario is going to assist you in interpreting your results. So for example, it says it was decided that the duration time would be one standard deviation below the mean number of days calculated from this sample. Rounding your answer to the nearest day, calculate the number of days trainees would be allowed before the deadline. No, we don't do variance and standard deviation yet. But in order to interpret the results, you have to have an understanding so that you can use the days and the trainees appropriately. All right. So we need to have an understanding as to what the question is saying. But as I said before, my aim is just to show you how to do this stuff. And I can't spend any more time on this. Come next class, we have to move into now variance and standard deviation. I really can't spend any more time on this. This is really not difficult. We need to watch last week's Thursday video. We spent the whole class looking at an example. And pretty much that's what we're doing for tonight's class as well. All right. And then now it says, the supervisor, however, kept a record of the number of the lengths of the time students took before turning in their report. She planned to use the data gathered to help her decide the number of days duration before the deadline date, which she will apply to similar future activity. And the table down here below summarizes the results. So the number of days, between 5 to 7 days, number of trainees, 1, right? So forth and so on. So we need to calculate the following measures. Remember, the measures here is talking about the measures of central tendency. Remember, the measures of central tendency is what it is that they're asking us to do from the data of the table, in the table. So having calculated the mean, we're going to go now to the, what am I supposed to calculate now?
Modal time.
You want to tell us the formula, Michael?
First you have to find the nearest term. So you would do n plus 1 over 2.
Right, but give me the formula first. What's the formula?
For the modal time?
Yeah.
L plus bracket L minus 1 over L minus 1 in bracket plus L minus 2 close bracket divided by, multiplied by W.
And what is W again? The width of the group.
Yes, sir.
What is L?
That's the lower boundary.
Good. Now, how to calculate the lower boundary? The lower boundary is the first one. So, what is a mode? The mode is the one that occurs most frequently, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, looking at it again, what we need to do is to calculate the n. This is what Michael was saying, n plus 1 over 2. That's a term we need to calculate. N is equal to 25 plus 1 over 2, which is going to be equals to 26 over 2, which is equal to 13. which is equal to 13. Now, when you look at your frequency, 13, and look at your frequency, 13 is going to be the closest value to 13 will be that. Follow me? So therefore, this here is the group for which it appears in. That's the group for which it appears in. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, good. Now, this is what is going to happen now. This is what is going to happen now. My lower boundary, I always subtract 0.5 from hold on. Hold. Right, so you always subtract 0.5 from the lower boundary. And you always add 0.5 to the upper boundary. Very important, especially when you're doing your histogram, because your histogram is a continuous flow. So you're going to subtract 0.5 from the lower boundary. So that means when you subtract 0.5, let us look at it. Let us look at 7. I'm adding, look on this side. I'm adding 0.5 to this 7. So I'm going to get 7.5. But I'm subtracting 0.5 from that. When I subtract 0.5 from 8, I'm going to get 7.5. Can you see why these two numbers kiss to get the histogram?
Yes, sir.
This one, upper boundary, I'm adding 0.5, so it's going to be 10.5.
10.5.
But this one, I'm subtracting 0.5, so it's going to be 10.5.
10.5.
So again, you can see why these two kiss?
Yes, sir.
So you always subtract 1 from the lower boundary and you add 1 to the upper boundary every single time. That's the reason we do it. So when we get our histogram, 1 kisses the other. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
All right, now. So let us look at our our formula. You must put this formula to long-term memory. You don't have a choice but putting it to long-term memory. You are going to need it. And incidentally, when we're doing the standard deviation, all you're going to be doing is you're going to do This column, we're going to reserve this column for the standard deviation. So what we're doing here is the same column that we're using now to calculate the mean, the mode, and the median. All we're going to do is just to extend and get more columns in order to do the rest of the calculation. So it's not anything different that you're going to be doing. It's just an extension of what it is that we already have. But I will give you those headings as we go along. So you know the headings so far: your group, your frequency, your midpoint, your F times X. Remember also, if you're given the raw data for you to group, what other column must you have?
Sorry, repeat that.
I'm saying to you, if you're given the raw data for you to group, you are going to group the data. There is another column that we should have. What is that column?
Median? No. Midpoint. Oh, tally.
Right. So when you use the tally, if given raw data, and you recognize that the tally is the same thing as the frequency, don't?
Yes, sir.
So what you do, every time you look at a number and you get 6, you get 18. You tally, you just put a stroke beside the tally. So at least you know you are recording the data as it is. And when you finish, you just add up the tally to get your frequency. Just remember that. All right? So I'm doing the question, but I'm teaching at the same time, if it's what I'm saying. All right, let's go. So based on what I have there, I am going to have my lower bound, my modal, time is going to be equals to my 10.5 because in my lower bound plus. Now, what Michael said to you is L minus 1. But what we really have there is a frequency 9 minus. You see the 9 here? Look at this. That is a value there. So this is a value that I'm talking about. But what I'm interested in is a value above it and the value beneath it. Hold on for me, please. So what we have to be interested in is the value above and the value beneath. The value above and the value beneath. All right? So it's going to be 9 minus the value that occur above the frequency value that we want. So it's going to be 9 minus 3 all over the same 9 minus 3 plus 9 minus 7, the other value. So this is going to be Fm minus 1, Fm plus 1. And of course, this is going to be my Fm. Follow me? And this is going to be multiplied by the width. It's going to be multiplied by the width. Now, how do I calculate the width again? The width is going to be from 5 to 7 is going to be 3 and not 2. One way of looking at the width is looking at the lower bound to the upper bound, 4.5 all the way up to 7.5. So count 4.5 to 5.51 to 6.52 to 7.53. So the width is going to be.
You lost me.
Is equal to 3. Where I lost you?
Where you said after you spoke about the 9 minus 3 plus the 9 minus 7. Why would you change -1, sir, to the
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What he has here, this is FM.
Oh, I got you. Okay, sir.
Minus 1. And the same FM minus 1, FM plus 1. And my L is going to be my FM.
Okay.
All right? So now, this is 10.5 plus 9 minus 3 is going to be 6 over 9 minus 3 is the same 6. And you're adding that to 9 minus 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. And you're multiplying that by 3. Which is equal to 10.5 plus 6 over 8 times 3. And that's 3 over 1. 0.5 plus 6 3s are 18. 8 times 1 is 8.
So it's not 10.5?
Yeah, man. Is there something not writing properly?
Oh.
So we have 10.5. And when I work out 18.8, what I get again? 2 point, what do you say? 2 point what?
2.25.
0.25, yeah.
So I'm going to get 12.75.
12.75.
Yep.
And my answer is 12.75 days. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Was that difficult? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes, sir.
It was difficult?
I'm not sure if I can get it 100 yet.
All right. I am not going to be writing anything else now. I'm finished writing. What I'm going to do is we're just going to have a conversation on this. I'm finished writing. We're just going to have a conversation on it. Look at the screens. One with the question, one with the solution. The information presented there is going to be in my grouped data. The data can be presented in several ways, either grouped or ungrouped. If it is presented in an ungrouped fashion, they will ask you to group the data. Sometimes they'll tell you they will give you the groups in which to use. Sometimes you have to calculate it. How you calculate it, it depends on the number of groups you want, the highest value you have in your data, and the lowest value in the data. There is a formulation that you can use. I will give you that soon. That's not my aim just now. My aim is that I want you to be able to calculate the stuff. If they give you the data, they give it a group, already grouped, the data already grouped, it means that you're going to be doing your calculations from the grouped data. Here, is what we have. The column 1 was given, column 2 was given. If you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you see the 139732. All I did was just to write it in a column form, vertically as opposed to horizontal. Then the next thing that I do, because you're asking me for the mean of the data, I must calculate the midpoint. How do I calculate the midpoint? I add my lower boundary to my upper boundary and divide it by 2. My lower boundary to my upper boundary divided by 2. 5 plus 7 is equal to 12. 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. 8 plus 10 is 18. When I divide 18 by 2, I get 9. 11 plus 13 is 24. 24 divided by 2 is equal to 12. 14 plus 16 is equal to 30. 30 divided by 2 is equal to 15. 17 plus 19 is equal to 36. Divide that by 2, I get 18. 20 plus 22 is equal to 42. Divide that by 2, I get 21. That's my midpoint. The midpoint is going to be denoted as X. My frequency is denoted as F. Then my other column now is going to be F times X. And if you write your columns in order, like how I have it, you can see the multiplication pretty quickly and easily. 1 times 6 is equal to 6. 3 times 9 is equal to 27. 9 times 12 is equal to 108. 7 times 15 is equal to 105. 3 times 18 is 54. 2 times 21 is equal to 42. 2 other things left so far. I'm going to add up my frequency. 1 plus 3 plus 9 plus 7 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 25. And I'm also going to be summing my F times X. I'm also going to be summing my F times X. 6 plus 27 plus 108 plus 105 plus 54 plus 42 is equal to 342. To calculate the mean is denoted by X bar. The mean is denoted by X bar. That's what we call it. X bar is the mean. It's going to be equal to the sum of your F times X over the sum of your F. So it's going to be 342 divided by 25. And that gives us our 13.68. Are you following me so far?
Yes, sir.
Find the mode. I need to use my n plus 1 term divided by 2. The number of terms is going to be the sum of my frequency, which is 25. 25 plus 1 is 26, divided by 2 is 13. I'm looking to see which number in my frequency is closest to 13. It's 9. So what is really happening there? What is really happening? Having found my value, look at what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the number above my 9 and beneath my 9. I'm interested in the number above my 9, which is a 3, and beneath my 9. Sir, why are you interested in those numbers? Thank you for asking. This one is above, and the above repeats down here again, and this one is beneath. So it's going to be 9 minus the number above divided by 9 minus the number above plus 9 minus the number below times the width of the data. And the width is going to be equal to 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. 9 minus 7 is 2. So what I'm going to have is 6 over 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 times 3 is 18 over 8, which is 2.25. I'm going to add that to 10.5. I'm going to end up with my 12.75. And it's going to be 12.75 days.
Sir, I understand it now. Let me go over it.
You understand it now that I've gone over it?
Yes.
All right, good job. All right. I'm going to end here for tonight. Please to look over this stuff. As soon as the recording becomes available, I'm going to post it to the YouTube channel again. Go through the other videos. I did a question just like this last class. The next time I come back to this question, is to look at the variance and the standard deviation. All right? Please go on to your Editorsoft and start reading up your Unit 1. Please. Have a good night.
All right, sir. Night.
Yes, sir.